Hello everyone and welcome to my new vlog. So it's been a while. It's been a month and a half. I know. There was a lot of work and that's basically running out of excuses straight away. Now there's not that many changes, lots of work as I mentioned, and my focus was more on my life than on recording videos and everything. But, I figured that I needed to give you an update. As I said, this project is for people that are going to go through similar things, and you guys should be aware of what's happening. So, without further ado, I'm going to take things off of the last video, and I have a few bullet points that I wrote down, and I just want to go through them to not only give you updates on things that happened before, but also on new things, etc, etc. So first thing first, I don't have physio anymore. And the reason I do not have physio anymore is not because I've miraculously sorted the 5 last sessions I was supposed to have. It's just because everything just went quiet. So I don't have physio anymore. I kept on going to see my osteopath. That really helped me. But it was on my own dime and it started to get a bit expensive. And I'm feeling better. So I figured I would stop, at least temporarily. I'll see how I do. And on the other insurance that I was supposed to make an appeal for their decision to not access to my claim, I understood something wrong, like last year. Pardon me, I'm ill by the way, so sorry for the nasal voice. So I've asked my neurologist to send me all the correspondence that we've had together. So all the letters, a copy of all the letters. I've asked her secretary, of course, but I received them and I went through all of them. And turns out that although the diagnosis was dismissed when we spoke together, it is not written on the letter. But if we don't have any proof that it was actually gotten rid of, then there's no appeal. There's nothing I can do, literally. So I have no appeal to make when it comes to that. And usually I would have paid attention to that, but I think you can guess that I was a bit focused on something else at that point. Now the medication, Tecfidera. Well, I'm still taking it. It's there. I'm waiting actually. I should probably take it while recording this video. So yeah, it's there, I keep on taking it, it's still a pain in the butt. When it comes to the side effects, it's a lot better. So I don't really feel like I have the flu anymore. I'm gonna stop doing that because it's right in front of the mic. When it comes to the side effects, I do not feel like I have the flu anymore. But the bowel, it's still pretty bad. It's not painful, which is good. But instead of having somewhat diarrhea or something like that, it's more constipation right now, which I think I understand why. Well, actually, I have no idea, actually. No, I have no idea. I don't know why I'm saying that. But it's somewhat an irritable bowel mixed with a lot of constipation, which means I go a lot and I hardly do anything. And it's becoming painful and, disrupting a bit. Which is a problem and I need to call my GP about it. And apart from that, the flushing is still there. It's very rare now, but when it's there, you can feel it. It's becoming funny. Just a couple times it provoked some headaches and everything, which isn't great, but, shit happens type of thing. But I've been going through a very weird symptom for a while now, and I think I've mentioned it a couple times, but I didn't consider it a symptom, or at least not a persistent one. And it's basically a cramp that I have here on the upper right rib, on the lower right rib, my bad, close to the floating ones. So you have your 2 floating ribs here that probably end around here. And from the starting point here all the way to almost the middle here on the first rib, I have somewhat of muscle cramp on top of it. But the bone also hurts, particularly when you place your fingers like right on top of it. So the bones also hurt and I have a muscle cramp, which really sounds like an injury. Turns out that it all started through a wrong movement that I did during physio. And that's the sort of problems that usually solve themselves in a week max, like a couple of days. Of course, with a weakened body and taking these sort of medicines and all that, I would have expected it to last like a week or maybe 2, but it didn't heal, and if anything, it's been getting worse. So I went to the GP. I called my insurance. I went through loads of discussions about this. Turns out that Tecfidera, this this little kind thing. So Tecfidera is such a strong medication that it's creating inflammation in your stomach, which, makes sense. I know. This is one of the reasons you have potential irritable bowel and blah, blah, blah. So, it makes sense. What I didn't know is that inflammation of the stomach usually tend to cause pain and cramps on the upper right part of your body. I didn't know about that. So when I was told this, and I had this, we weren't too far away from making a conclusion. And what we're doing right now, what my GP told me, is I needed to start a new medication. That I need to take exactly half an hour before taking this, and I need to have eaten before. This is why I've eaten before this video, and I've taken this. So I need to take the Tecfidera in 10 minutes. This medication is called lansoprazole. And can you see that? No, you won't be able to. Lansoprazole. That medication is supposed to help your stomach and into not being too damaged. It is in the same family as omeprazole, which I've been taking before for the very strong anti-inflammatory medication I've taken for my back. It's not great to take it too long. When I say too long, I'm talking about a year or less, actually, probably a few months. It's not great. I've been taking it for a bit more than a month now. It's a month and 1 day. I have been fairly diligent with it, as in I haven't missed too many of it. 3 days worth of continuous medication, knowing that I didn't forget continuously. It was just like one random take that I forgot. One thing that I did for sure is that it got rid of the acid reflux. And oh boy, was it a nightmare. I was waking up at night from pain caused by acid reflux, and it wasn't great. It was really bad. But that I don't have anymore, thanks to that medication. Either that medication or the fact that I'm now consistently eating before taking my medicine as well. Probably both. But it didn't help with the cramp. It did originally. It did for like a week or two, and now the cramp is back. And yesterday was really bad. A few days ago was really bad too. I spent the Christmas day at my friend's. I'm having to stand up because I was not comfortable sitting down. And that's all because of the cramp. I'm a musician as well, if some of you know. I couldn't even hold the guitar. Not necessarily because I couldn't hold it, but just because if I was to play a song, I would have to stop midway because it would just accumulate on the cramp and I would not be able to stretch it, this is how I'm doing, by the way. I'm taking this part of my palm and I'm just pressing downwards. Is really helping. That and standing here, making sure that this part is always stretched. It's not very glamorous, but at least it helps. So I might need to go back to my GP and tell them that it doesn't work. It's really weird, and it looks like basically it's a small injury that should have been healing soon after I've had it. But because of the general inflammation in that area, it just basically got worse. And because the inflammation is never ending, then it's never healing, which is a real pain in the bum. Apart from that, on a up note, I'm going to the US for 3 weeks in a week's time, yeah. Going to the US, which is great, but my refill due date is 26th of January. And of course, I'm coming back on the 28th, so I need to get an extra week or month of treatment, which means I need to contact my MS nurse to get a blood test appointment next week, because you're not allowed to get extra medication unless you have blood tests, and basically pick up my extra month. The refill is there, they already know about the extra month, it's all there, I just need to book the slot of blood tests. I think I can just show up there, which I'm gonna end up doing anyway, I think. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. That's it. That's been the update. It's a bit long one again, but at least you have some material. I don't do like a 2 minutes update to say, hello, I'm still in pain, bye. Apart from that, yeah, since yesterday I've been re-experiencing lower body pain, which is not great. So anything from the waist down is hurting right now, particularly the side of my legs. It's really hurting. But shit happens and it's gonna get better eventually. So that's it for today. I do not know if I'm gonna make a vlog update when I'm gonna be in the US. I think that'll be funny if I do. If I do, I'm going to try and incorporate a few clips from my life in the US for 3 weeks. It's going to be fun. And I can't guarantee anything. So it's gonna be either something that I do during my trip in the US, or I'm gonna do something on the week I come back after I got my medication and done the blood test and everything. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching these videos, and I do hope that they are helping people. I've gotten a couple of feedback actually, which I wasn't expecting, not that soon anyway, of people thanking me for making these videos, and that's all I make it for. If we can help people, then I'm gonna keep on doing that. And thank you very much, and take it easy. I'll see you soon. Bye.